Sometimes when things go wrong, you can't blame life. Cause when you shot your shot, what was your aim like? What were you targeting? Cause if it ain't right, and you still go with it, then that is on you. It's on you, it's on you, it's on you.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is your man, Sam Hay, and you are listening to the Mindset Rebooted podcast. Here on the Mindset Rebooted podcast, we love to have conversations that help us to elevate the way we think. Essentially, we all have old ways of thinking that have held us back in the past, but we like to take on new ways of thinking that help us to maximize our full potential and become the best versions of ourselves. I have a secret for you, though. You cannot become the best version of yourself unless you become a sustained superior performer. Okay? Sustained superior performance. That is a term that I often heard when I served in the United States Navy. It essentially was something that described sailors who engaged in constant personal development, constant striving towards success and becoming better than the last versions of themselves by adding new skills to their repertoire, cross-training, teaching what they knew, right? Going the extra mile, maintaining integrity, doing the things that were right even when no one was watching, right? But doing that consistently at a high level for a long period of time. Anyone can do things for a second, anyone can do things for a season, but to engage in it for years at a time, to engage in it for decades at a time, right? For a whole lifetime. We want to be lifelong, sustained, superior performers. When we do that, what does that do? It means that people can trust us. It means that we're dependable. It means that we have essentially engaged in a lifestyle that says, as long as I am alive and breathing, I have growth to do. We don't engage in the mindset that says, you know what, I need to just retire and then that's it. I just sit on the couch like a lazy bum. You can do that. That is your life. But really, while you still have breath in your body, don't you want every single second to count? So how do we make it count? It means that as we get to new levels and we master it, we add value to other people. And then we decide to do the hard thing. We say, you know what? Let me pick up a new skill. Let me do a new experience that I am not used to, that I'm uncomfortable with. It's completely uncharted territory for me. But let me engage in it, and it's gonna go from hard to then easy. I master it, and then I teach someone else the exact same thing, and I continue to add on, and I continue to make the world better by letting us know that we are meant to do more than what our predecessors have done. We are meant to do more than just the lies that have been told to us over a long period of time. Okay, mom and dad may have struggled in this area. So what? I am on this earth and I'm going to be better. I'm going to break generational curses. I'm going to be the one who actually does it for my family. That's what sustained superior performers do. They leave a legacy. They engage in lifelong learning and they engage in taking on new challenges on a repeated basis. If I know I'm weak in an area, I'm going to get better in that area. And here's the thing. When I was in the Navy, I remember during eval time, yearly evaluations, what would happen is after I completed a certain thing and I was ranked amongst my peers, I would then take on new duties. I mastered that. I would train my replacement and then I take on new duties and I do the exact same thing. And if you look at any of my last 5 evaluations when I was in, you're going to always see something new that I did, I mastered, I became the best at, and I got a high ranking. The reason why is because we don't become stagnant. What we don't do is we don't perform, get to a certain level, and then once we get to a level, we hit the easy button and just take a chill pill. No, we say, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing?
What's going on, you guys? This is Rami Sunga. If you're getting a lot of value from this episode, give us a 5-star rating and give us a good review so we can reach more people. Back to the episode.
Sustained superior performers always continue to strive for greater. Why? Because while there is breath in your body, there's still more work to be done. I like to look at LeBron James. At the time of this recording, January 31st, 2023, no matter when it gets released, at the time of this recording, he is getting ready to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the all-time scoring leader in the NBA, in NBA history. It's a record that hasn't been cracked in decades. And it all is happening because from the time he was 18 all the way to the time now of this recording that he's 38 years old, he has engaged in sustained superior performance every single season. He has never averaged less than 20 points per game. Ever. And here's the thing, it's more than just points. The thing is, when they said that he had a deficit in three-point shooting, he got better in that. When they said he wasn't clutch or closer, what did he do? He took on the greatest team ever assembled in regular season history, the Golden State Warriors, and came back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals. And now at 38, at a time that people think that he would be retiring, he's saying, no, my body is going to follow. But as long as my mind is engaged, I'm going to keep going. And that's the key. It's the mind. What is it that you're looking to do? Sustained superior performers, when they put their mind to anything, they're going to get it done because they're not going to run away from the hard stuff. They embrace the hard stuff because they know that things that are hard right now won't be hard tomorrow. It's going to go from hard to easy. Once I've mastered it, I pass that on to other people. I add value to the world, right? I make the world a better place than how I found it. And then I move on to the next thing and I continue to do the thing. We don't say, let's just engage in the retirement mindset where we say, hey, you know what? I'm just ready to retire and I'm just going to work 30 years for someone and then just retire. Working for somebody that's cool, there's nothing wrong with that. But the sustained superior performer says, you know what else can I do to get better? How else can I help people? How else can I do this for a long period of time while I still have breath in my body? Because that means we're exhibiting a mindset of gratefulness. We're not taking anything for granted. And we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep going and going and going until we physically cannot go anymore, until we mentally cannot go no more. That is what sustained superior performers do. So if you're listening to this podcast right now, I want you to ask yourself this. Am I engaging in sustained superior performers mindset or am I not? Am I someone who has hit a certain peak, plateaued off and said, you know what, that's it, I'm done? What are you doing today to improve the life of yourself and others? That's what you got to ask yourself. I am committed to being a sustained superior performer. And I know that if you've been tuning into this podcast since the time we've been started, I know that you are engaged in that mindset too. And I want you to share this with someone else who needs to engage in the sustained superior performers mindset, because that is how we become better. Pushing one, that's what the show is about. It's been a great conversation. Share this with one other person. And until next time, Mindset Rebooted.
Sometimes when things go wrong, you can't blame life. Cause when you shot your shot, what was your aim like? What were you targeting? Cause if it ain't right, and you still go with it, then that is on you.